Hiya guys, Spectre here. I'd just like to talk a bit about my passion and obviously me being who I am with gaming, why it's been gaming. I've done shit job after shit job for 20 years since I was 18 because the first job that I got was working at a bar. So I've had 2 decades basically of jobs I didn't want to do. And the earliest time that a job pinged into my mind was when I was 5 years old. I loved playing games. It's just stuck with me throughout the years. I've had hobbies that have come and gone: running, swimming, even writing my own novel, website design. I've had a number of hobbies, but they've all come and gone. The only one that stuck with me since I was 5 is gaming. It's always been my thing. I love playing games. Being able to just jump on computer, or if you're on console, pop in your console on your disc or whatever, and just disappear into a world that's something different than what you're presently in. And that's what I like to explore in my playthroughs. But you get to see me personally experiencing it. Because I've had some comments and some messages saying, "Oh, you put out a video every 5 minutes or something." Obviously, being, saying that I put out basically too much content. I'd rather put out too much content than too little content. But I put out 2 videos a day, primarily to cover one specific genre that I love, but it is very niche, because strategy gaming isn't as popular as it used to be. And even back then it wasn't as popular as some of your more mainstream genres. Your shooters, like your Gears of War, your Call of Duties, and even then some of your strategies were like your Command and Conquers, things like that. But even they're not as popular as they used to be. So that's why I do one video in the morning, which is my strategy gaming genre, and then one video in the evening, which is my variety, which is basically anything that's not strategy that I enjoy. And I have an ideas for content section on my Discord where people can send me ideas, or send me games, should I say, and I'll have a look at them. If I like the idea of the game or like the look of the game, I'll add it to the list. If I don't, I won't. I play the games that I enjoy, because some have said also, what about being original? The original part is me, this piece of flesh with a not too bad hairline behind the camera. You can't do playthroughs unique to somebody else. If you're playing the same game as, say, a million other channels on YouTube, you're playing the same game. At least I'm adding some personality to it by adding commentary, and you see my reactions as they happen on the camera. I can't act. I'm not an actor. My reactions are authentic as they come. That's why I don't understand a lot of these channels out there that basically they're a faceless channel, but also do no commentary. They add literally nothing to the content. All they do is record the content, which literally, and I do mean this literally, anyone on the planet can do that. Any person can do it. There's no skill behind it, no talent behind it whatsoever. They're just recording gameplay. Where if you're showing your camera, you're taking a risk, because some people might like your appearance, they might hate your appearance. It might be a bit indifferent. And then also when you're speaking commentary, you get like your words that are coming out, your reactions as they come out. You get more of an element of who that person is, rather than just some monotonous gameplay that you could literally do yourself or watch anywhere. But that's what I like to explore in my playthroughs. My playthroughs, how I approach a game, how I take a game, how I react to a game. And then obviously my streaming side of things is more interactive. That's with my community. That's based for multiplayer games where we can play and do things together. But my passion overall has always, always, always been gaming. Always. And that's why I want to turn it into a career. Because it's the most fun thing to me. Now, me being able to do this, what I'm doing right now, is in no small thanks to my girlfriend Ella. Because at the moment she's covering the bulk of the bills, while I get my YouTube channel off the ground to where I need it to be, where I can pull in a somewhat reasonable income, shall I say, where I can then take my portion of the bills back. and then I can do this basically the rest of my life. It's not just what I want to do, it's kind of like who I am. Because I've always enjoyed gaming, it's always been there. I've had other hobbies in the past like tabletop Warhammer or Warhammer 40k, buy your models, glue them together, paint them. You know, got like a Trigon Prime here. You know, one of my models, I painted it myself. It's got 2 magnets to glue it together because otherwise it doesn't fit in your case, and with these things it's a fucking bastard stick around. But even hobbies like that have fallen to the wayside. I do play Warhammer as in the Total War game. That's how I now play that game. But again, I play games. My main hobby, my main passion is through my gaming. And that's why I do what I do. So I do put out 2 videos every day. Sometimes a third extra one, but that's not me playing the game. It's more like this sort of video. Me talking about something related to it that I enjoy. And then my streams are also an extra third piece of content on the 2 days that I stream. But it's what works for me with my channel. I'd rather put out a lot of content than too little. And also with a playthrough, when you're limiting, say, a playthrough to say like 15-minute video. Bear in mind, some games out there have got 10-15 hours of gameplay. Now you break that 10-15 hours of gameplay down into 15-minute segments. You've got a lot of videos you've got to do. And I'm doing technically 4 games at the same time. Because I'm doing 2 different strategy games in the morning. They leapfrog each other. So I do one day, one the next. And then it goes back to the one on the first day. And then the variety evening, I'm doing the same again with the variety games. There's 2 games in the evening. So at the moment I've got the Outlast Trials and Poppy Playtime. Outlast Trials have completed. So in June at some point you'll be getting Black Mesa. And they'll be leapfrogging each other. And it's so I can get these playthroughs out and completed with them not taking months otherwise. Otherwise I'd have to do like 45-minute to an hour videos that are really hard for a lot of people to watch. Like one of my friends out there, moderators, Brett, he said sometimes it takes him like 3 days to watch a 30-minute video. So he watches that in basically 3 10-minute segments. Now that's what he can obviously handle. In terms of like YouTube and your algorithm stuff, if somebody watches 10 minutes, YouTube classes that as like 33% of your video being watched, which isn't good for YouTube. So in some cases your videos might have to be shorter to get the higher watch time, and then your video get further promoted. But sometimes with like strategy games, you can't avoid it. Some strategy games like Total Warhammer, doing a 15-minute video isn't probably going to be viable without some really heavy cuts. You have to cut a lot of stuff out of the video to make it that sort of duration. So they might have to be a bit longer. But you can probably still cut them down from being like an hour to being, say, 30 minutes. You can probably do that in 30-minute parts, because I've done that myself a lot. YouTube's got a lot of like pitfalls, I suppose, you can get into. You've got things like, you know, keywords in your title, sorting out your description. Do you use any hashtags? How many hashtags do you use? The tags in your videos, and then also your channel keywords, which is a big one. Because your channel keywords isn't about you. It's not like when you put your name into your video as a tag. It's your channel keywords is about your content. It's so YouTube knows, right, they're making content around this, and knows which audience to try and kick your videos to. And even then, it doesn't always get it right. So you could get like one of my videos recently, I think it was like a Scorn video, got like 2,500 plus views, but it had a watch time retention of like, I think it was like 2% or something. And basically it's just not been recommended to the right people. YouTube's probably put it in front of people that haven't got anything to do with gaming, or maybe don't enjoy that particular genre. I had one guy message me, and he said, I've been recommended your video, and he's a gardener. He didn't even play games. But YouTube's pushed him my video. Clearly he's not going to watch a lot of the video if he's a bleeding gardener. So I think sometimes it just takes a wild card oddballs and chucks your video out to various people. And my video's got a lot of likes, to be fair. They've got a lot of likes for, a channel my size. But sometimes it does really random things when it puts them out to the wrong people. And I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube saying, sometimes it can take months to find your audience. I've been doing it 3 years, really. Just over 3 years. It was 3 years on the 17th of May. Because I did it for like a year and a couple of months. But then as I just got over 100 subscribers, and I was able to earn ad revenue, YouTube moved the goalpost to where you needed 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, what? Imagine being in that scenario where you've just got over 100. I think I was at like 111, 112 at the time. And then they're like, yeah, now you need another 900. That's 10 times the amount. So naturally that was extremely disheartening. And I'd just got access to fibre optic, or I was getting fibre optic in a month's time. So I went on to Twitch. I wanted to try my hand at streaming. So I did Twitch for about 5 years. I'd send highlights over from Twitch like once a week onto YouTube, so there was something there. But I didn't really do anything with it. I didn't really put in a decent title. The thumbnails were generally in-game ones. There weren't much of anything in the description. And the tags were just what Twitch put in automatically. It was just so there was something on the channel. And when things got a bit rocky on Twitch, because Twitch is not doing as good as it really should, and it's not making a profit at all as a company, that's when I decided to come back to YouTube, which has actually really helped, because obviously I'm in a relationship with my girlfriend. It allows a lot more time to spend with her, because streaming is full time all the time, essentially, because you can't really take off days. If you want to grow as a streamer, you only grow when you're live. Whereas a YouTube or content creator or a video content creator, you can put up your 1 video a day, or in my case 2 videos a day, and you've got content there for people to watch. And then they know they're getting another video in 24 hours, or in my case 2 videos. So they've always got some content on there. And then my 2 streams a week are just to interact with people. I don't give a damn really how the streams do, whether they do well, whether they do bad. They're just there to speak to my current audience and interact with them if they want to jump on a game with me. Just for that. The streams are just like an extra bit of thing where I can talk to my community. Where the videos are the main focus of the channel. They're what drive the channel, what is the primary content. And it's got a lot of ins and outs. YouTube is not simple. When some people say, oh, you call it work doing gaming, fucking try it. Actually try it. You try and grow a goddamn YouTube channel. There are some that do it and some get really fucking lucky and they can take off in no time. The majority of channels, you're in for a slog. I mean, put it this way. To get 1,000 subscribers puts you in the top 8.86% of YouTube. So you're in less than the top 9% by just having 1,000 subscribers. And a lot of channels will consider that really small. But just 1,000 people and you're in the top 8% of the platform. So that tells you how many channels never make it anywhere near that number. So if you get to that 1,000 and you get above it, realistically you should stick with it because you're bloody lucky. Or you've worked really hard. One of the two. But it is hard work. It is. I mean, when people say, oh, you sat at a computer all day playing a game, how's that any different to somebody sat at a computer doing data entry in an office building? The only difference is they've got to drive to work or catch public transport to work, and then get it back home, and they've got to do a job they probably don't enjoy. I go from my bedroom into my studio, and I do my job from there. Difference is I play games that I enjoy. If I played games that I didn't enjoy, it'd be shit to watch, because you'd see it in my reactions, you'd see it in what I was saying. Because none of my videos are scripted. My videos are just as I'm playing them, essentially. It's like a live stream without being live. I'm just saying it as I go. There's no script on mine. I don't write scripts because, one, I don't think it'd sound very authentic or original, and the whole point is a gaming playthrough, is to play through the game with you guys watching, is the idea. If I'm doing a script, that's not really that. That's me then watching my own gameplay and then writing a script to fit what's going off on the screen. It wouldn't work, in my opinion. That'd be garbage. I wouldn't want to make that content, never mind watch it. But it is a lot of work, definitely. Between recording the videos, editing them, you can spend 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And then imagine if you're doing longer videos. They take even more time to fuck around with. And then you've got to upload them. And bear in mind at the moment, unlike some privileged areas of the country that I live in, or other countries that are privileged, we haven't got FTTP, which is fibre to the premises. We've got fibre to the box. So I get fibre to the building, and then a copper wire essentially. I think it comes copper wire to the building, and then fibre to me here. So I haven't got like super ultra fast broadband. I get like 70 meg download and 18 meg upload. And when you've got to upload a video, you're using the 18 meg. When you've got videos that can be 5, 6 gig and you're uploading 8 to 10 videos at once, you guys do the math on how long that takes. So once I've done my entire day recording, editing the parts out that I don't like, maybe tweaking parts that I'm leaving in, and then I've got to upload it at the end of it, by end of it you're probably talking like a 16-hour day. And I've got to stay up sometimes until those recordings are done. Otherwise I've got to leave the computer on overnight. But that's the YouTube side of thing. Gaming, in terms of my passion, always been my passion. Absolutely goddamn love it. I do. Don't get me wrong, I don't play every game or every genre. Like, I can't stand racing games, sports games, simulation games. To me, they're just boring crap. Now, they've got their own audiences, the people that play those games, and I'm happy for you if you enjoy those. Not everyone's going to enjoy every type of game. I play the type of games that appeal to me, and that then appeal to my audience who watches them. And as I said, the original part, when people say about originality, is me. It's the person behind the camera. I can't alter the game, but what is different in my playthrough to anyone else's is me. My voice, my reactions. They're not going to be the same as anyone else's on the planet. And that's what part is unique that I can control. Others I can't. And then there are some games where you might have, like, say, different ways of completing the game. Like, example, like Total War Warhammer. In terms of, like, the campaigns on that, you might have an objective to win the campaign, but it's how you choose to win the campaign. You can go through a variety of different ways to win a campaign. So I might do that a different way to 90% of the other people. There's other people who will do it the same way as me, so it's not going to be completely unique. But in these days, what is completely unique, other than the person behind the camera? Every person is unique. And I don't follow trends. I'm not a trendsetter, and I don't follow trends. Trends are a waste of time, in my opinion. There are some people who like to chase them for your short-form brain rot content like you get on TikTok. And I do put clips on TikTok, but I'm not invested in TikTok. They're just my clips that are funny, somebody to get a laugh out of. I'd rather have a TikTok to put my clips on than make a separate channel for YouTube Shorts, because they're both basically just as bad as each other, really. But the aspect of like uniqueness, people trying to be unique, come with a unique idea, I think that window is getting smaller and smaller, if it doesn't exist at all in some cases. It's a matter of how you respond to and are behind the camera. That's what matters. Don't try and do something wildly new, because there probably isn't something wildly new. Just be yourself. Be you. And make that work for you in the way that fits to something that you want to do. And that's why I love doing this. I absolutely fucking love it. I go to bed thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. It's just, it is what it is for me. I love it. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy and support the channel. And I'll speak to you all again real soon. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.